take a look at the record of Julio Cesar Vasquez. 52 wins. The only loss was a disqualification against American Verno Phillips when Vasquez's trainer charged into the middle of the ring to dispute the referee's ruling that Phillips had not hit Vasquez after the bell. The scouting report on Vasquez says plodding, slow-footed, and straightforward. Whitaker hammers him with a left to the body.
And Jim, for the uninitiated, they're both southpaws. So if people don't like southpaws, they can look at the mirror and watch this fight.
Pretty good idea. Face the screen toward the mirror, turn around, watch the mirror, and you're watching two conventional fighters, huh, Gil?
Yes, and Vasquez already has some redness around his right eye. But he was able to get off with a nice combination there, Jim.
But Pernell has pumped the jab into that right eye a couple times, and you're right, there's a red spot to the outside of the eye early here in the first round.
Come on, step back, come on, let him go, break! Step back, quick.
Pernell is letting Vasquez know that he's not going to be able to pull him around. And that clinch on the inside, kept clubbing with that right hand.
Pernell promised all week that he would dance and showboat. Right now, he's fighting Julio Cesar Vasquez much the way he fought his two fights with Buddy McGirt, standing in front of the opponent, in the wheelhouse, ducking, slipping, and then firing back from odd angles.
Well, he told us that he's always going to be in a position to touch Vasquez, which means he's going to be looking to slip and counter. He's not. And pump that jab and keep it up. You're right. Pull that right elbow in so that hand stays up.
Right now, he's inviting Vasquez to slug with him, isn't he?
Well, he's trying to beat him in his own game. But he did hint to us that he was going to do this, Jim.
Roundhouse left for Whitaker was a glancing blow. Tries to dig to the body again. Vasquez has been able to find Whitaker a few times, but by and large, Pernell controlled the action. And
Landing that jab fairly often.
Well, yes, I'm surprised a little bit, Larry, but you know, Whitaker now, as we had mentioned earlier, had put on that extra weight, and he's not quite as quick as I've seen him in the past.
Vasquez swinging twice hard with the left, missing both times. Whitaker, as is his custom, gets around behind the opponent and grabs him to stop the action. That's one of the things that makes a lot of Pernell opponents violently angry.
That was a nice counter before by Vasquez over that low right hand, Jim, of Pernell.
Whitaker missed with the left.
But Jim, are we seeing a different Whitaker tonight? He's really not moving on his legs at all. He's
I think this has been coming for years. It's been progressing for the past few years of his career. Less and less foot movement, less and less reliance on his great legs, more and more standing inside and just daring the opponent to try to find him.
Right now, he's trying to psych Vasquez out.
Let him go.
Hard left uppercut by Whitaker.
Come back.
Vasquez beginning to look awkward now as Whitaker starts to control the flow of the fight even more than was the case in the opening minutes.
No punching, step out.
Left hand lead from Whitaker. Brought it down from around the belt line, and Vasquez never saw that punch coming. Whitaker down on flat feet. switching from side to side, making Vasquez observe his angles. Rather, he stays straight in front of the Argentine.
One thing that Whitaker does very well, Jim, he changes his height. He's got that where he can bend those knees, he gets very low and come back up again. That certainly can confuse a fighter. Not too many guys do that.
He also has that quality you see in so many of the great fighters, Gil, the ability to keep his eyes open inside without blinking and find openings where other fighters may not find them.
That's the whole object of this beautiful straight left hand by
was just perfect.
Pernell Whitaker.
Jim, what you just described is what George Foreman says is standing in the pocket, sort of like a quarterback who lets all the turmoil swing around him, but stays right inside. And of course, Whitaker can also scramble. Hold it. I'm out. Okay.
And he's a lefty just like Steve Young. Another terrific right and left combination by Whitaker, who's beginning to find the range with the left hand over the top. Any chance he's got the power to score a knockout against this guy, Gil?
I don't think it will be a one-punch knockout, but I think he could throw a couple of good combinations and maybe do some real bad damage to Vasquez. But, you know, Vasquez every once in a while lands a good body shot, which may help him if the fight goes any distance.
Typically, a fighter like Vasquez comes on in the late stages of a fight.
Whitaker's sequence for Whitaker. Vasquez comes back with fury.